Wow, oh wow, what is up, peeps? Hope we're all doing well. Some breaking news as of last night. XDefiant is officially closing its doors and will be shutting down servers effective June of next year. This is something that was hinted at by a lot of people out there, especially critics of the game or studio behind it, and has now fully come to fruition. Despite maybe some hope out there that it was going to continue, it seems evidently that is not the case. XDefiant is officially shutting down. As Mark Rubin behind the studio said, hello, XDefiant fans. I am unfortunately here today to announce that XDefiant will be shutting down starting today, December 3rd. New downloads and player registrations will no longer be available. We will still release our Season 3 content in the near future, and the servers will remain active until June 3rd of next year. For those who purchase the Ultimate Founders Pack, you'll receive a full refund. And he continued the statement saying, free-to-play in particular is a long journey. Many free-to-play games take a long time to find their footing and to become profitable. It's a long journey that Ubisoft and the teams working on the game were prepared to make until very recently, but unfortunately the journey became too much to sensibly continue. I am of course heartbroken to have to be writing this post. Yes, this game has been a personal passion for me for years, and yes, I know that not all challenges lead to victory, but I also want to recognize all the developers who are being affected by this closure. Each and every one of them is a real person with a real life separate from our own, and they have all put so much of their own passion into making this game, and I hope that they can be proud of what they did achieve. I know that I will always be proud and grateful to have worked with such a great team, a team that really punched above its weight class. And what they achieved is truly remarkable. The early response from players when XDefiant launched was amazing. We broke internal records for the fastest game to surpass 5 million users, and in the end game, we had over 15 million players play our game. That is something to be extremely proud of, especially considering how tough this genre is. And that's been a real mainstay debate here of like how this came to be. I'm sure there's a variety of reasons out there people have offered up so far in their responses to this post, and there are the slim few out there who have been like really proud of this and like excited to see this game fail, which is an odd group because obviously developers and the team behind them put in so much work, and you do feel them, especially heading into a holiday season, to have to break this news and eventually no longer have a job. Nobody is wishing ill will upon the devs and the team behind this game. I do want to talk about, though, the questions of how this game did fail. As they bring up the free-to-play genre, and of course the shooter genre is a very, very tough journey to embark on, and some people did think this was going to be the Call of Duty killer. I would say your more general opinion was, I don't think anything can kill Call of Duty, but can this compete alongside a title like that as a free-to-play shooter where if you don't want to pay $70 a year and that game's having issues, maybe you bounce back and forth between the two? I thought that was a possibility. I really did. So for a game like this to be free to play, and like they said, especially early on, I remember what was a couple summers ago or maybe last summer, where this game was a heater. Like everyone was talking about this potentially competing with Call of Duty, and the gameplay looked great, although it looked like your typical, replay shooter that we have seen. But for a free-to-play game, it maybe stood a chance against the Titan of Call of Duty to take a bit of that market share away. And now half a year in, it's gone. So can any game possibly compete with Call of Duty? I mean, this is at a time, by the way, where Black Ops 6 did great sales-wise, is doing amazing and genius things marketing-wise, but they're having troubles. Like Call of Duty rank play a couple weeks ago was the most called out thing of all time when it comes to an unsuccessful anti-cheat, but still competitors can't survive. And so at the end of the day, this does suck. I know there were big XDefiant haters out there. I'm not one of them. I love to see competition. I think all of us, even if you are a Call of Duty fan and an XDefiant hater, you should encourage projects like this, because without competition, you can't expect a mainstay game like Call of Duty to get any better, right? I mean, right now they got to be like, wow, they already knew they were in the lead, but now with this happening, like, there is no competitor to Call of Duty that has a chance right now. So XDefiant will officially be closing and shutting down its servers come next year, halfway through 2025. What do you guys think about this? Where do you think XDefiant went wrong? And do you think there can be any competitor out there for Call of Duty, whether free to play or even a paid game, in this shooter genre? I don't see it happening. I hope one day it does. But overall, this news, it just sucks. And for some, it was a surprise. And for others, it was not. Till next time, take care of yourselves, though. Drink up, water, coffee. I'll catch you back here tomorrow morning. Take care.